Custom servers are now finally in early access for Once Human. You can now create your own server, make your own rules, set the parameters as you like, and after renting a server, you will enjoy diverse adjustable parameters. You can freely customize various settings and enjoy in-server privileges with ease. For now, you have to rent the servers from their official website, which is here. The link will be in the pinned comments. Unfortunately, this is sold out. I was able to grab the server rental as soon as it launched at the update release, but for now, it is currently sold out, as there was about 50 copies, I believe, sold or something. So it's very limited, but in June 19th, this will be available again, I believe. They will add more things, so don't be discouraged. Now, of course, it's a private server, so it's not an official server. You won't be able to like move your character that you've been spending lots of time with and playing on official servers, and suddenly you want to move it to private server. That cannot be done because, well, that's just not fair. Each character is also bound to a specific server, and then when a server is reset, characters will retain their original nickname and customization settings, but all other data will be erased. Modified server parameters will remain. The way how this works is when the server host switches scenarios, the server will reset and metahumans will need to create new characters to continue playing. It's like moving to a new server basically, and starting from zero. Whenever your rental expires, which is the pass you buy to host your server, it enters a frozen state where all data is preserved and can be restored upon renewal. So you would have to buy it again to restore your server, like 180 days. Now for server rentals, I believe it was $5 for 30 days for up to 4 slots. For people, I think it was $50 for 30 days and 40 slots for people, and it was like $200 for 180 days, 40 slots, something like that, I think. But I basically bought the $5 one because I'm the only person in the server anyway, so I don't need more than 4 slots. I'm good on that. And as soon as it expires, you just need to renew it again for whatever price you want. If you want it for 180 days, then it's $200 and stuff. It's kind of expensive, yeah. The devs went really smart with this one. They will definitely make some bucks over here. Yeah, in the current version, custom servers and official servers are separated with no data shared between them, and that is going to be staying like that forever. As well as monetization, since this is an early access trial, all monetization features and cosmetic assets transfers are temporarily disabled. Eventually, in the future, you'll be able to wear your skins and stuff that you've bought on your account, and since it's on your account, you just need to create a character on the private server and you'll have these skins. Then progression, items like Starchrome and mods will not carry over between custom servers and official servers. Enough yapping. I'm just gonna straight away jump into the private servers myself since I have them. Now, if you did not rent out the server, you won't be able to see this option, but once you do, which will be available soon or in the future, there basically will be a button here to create a server. Once you create a server, then you click manage server, and here you'll be able to set your server name, obviously, openness if it's private or public so people can join you, server password if you want it to be private, and give it to your friends, whoever can join it. You can set maximum online players, although I don't know why that's a thing. You can change the description here so it shows up on the server when you click on it here, server slogan. So we have scenario type. If you host a server at the start, choose your own server you want. Now, unfortunately, since no Eternal Land is available, you won't be able to transfer like your deviations or whatever that you, let's say, farmed in Manibus, but you want to go to the Way of Winter and you want to have a dog with you or something, you know? You won't be able to do that. So I'm already on Manibus right now, but if I click the Way of Winter and I click Save Parameters, it will say Scenario Modification Detected. So you'll basically just have to swap it out. And whenever you click save parameters, then you confirm, it's gonna restart the whole scenario and the server will be basically on phase 1 again. Then there's automatically switch to the next phase. If you set that to yes, it's already gonna be on the next phase as soon as you start. Parameter template this is. So this is like templates you can choose, like already set parameters. I would just click on customize and customize it yourself. An active character auto deletion timer that just deletes your character when you're AFK and not logging in. So after 7 days, it will get deleted, or 10 or 14. If you set it as enable detailed version of main story task, I don't know why you would want this, but if you do, then sure, why not? Although in private servers, I don't really see a reason to play in private servers when you can already do that in official servers. So I don't know. That's not really for me. For me, the private servers is going to be for things like testing stuff, testing builds, and so on and forth. If you click on world parameters, there's resource related. So this is like multipliers for obtaining resources through logging and mining. So here you set how much will you get per rock. It's like a multiplier. So if you get 5 gravel from 1 rock, and if you set it to 20, then that's basically going to be giving you 100 gravel instead of 5 if it was on 1 versus 20. That's pretty cool. Hunting and gathering yields multiplier. When you slaughter animals, gives you more animal products, hides and stuff. Crops and seeds. So these are like multipliers as well for the yielding. The coolest part about you can increase dungeon settlement reward multiplier. So instead of getting 1 loot, you will be getting 10. So you'll be able to loot the silo 10 times. Create material gathering multiplier. You can also change that to get more crafting materials, gunpowder, and energy links. Then we have deviations, 100% capture success rate. If you want, let's say you get a deviation is like 30%, it's always going to be 100% if you set it as yes. So that's pretty cool. More of deviation dropped rate makes deviations drop by 100% always. No matter what you do, it will always drop. And if you set the initial deviant energy ratings and activity ratings as 5.5, it will always spawn as 5.5 once you loot them, which is also cool. Then we have map, unlock all map shadows. This is unlocking the fog so you don't have to explore the map. Unlock all teleportation towers. Yeah, that's really cool. And remove teleport cooldown, also really good. So that's for TPing home. And then we go to combat parameters. You can ban weapons if you wish. You basically have to click here and then select what you want to ban. We all know what I would ban, the freaking crossbow. Yes, I would. Then we have enable PvP. Enabling PvP to yes will make it open PvP forever. And if you put enable PvP no, it makes PvP still available by holding P and making tagged PvP. Player damage multiplier. This is basically you doing more damage to mobs and to players. So let's say your gun does 599, which will be on 1, then that's how much you'll be doing. 1 is the default sliders like this, and if let's say you're doing 599 damage, then multiply by 1, you'll still do 599. But if you put 2 here, for example, then your damage by your gun will be 1198, and if you put it like to 10, then your damage is gonna do 5990. So pretty much this is where now of course if you set it to 10 damage multiplier, this is what your dummy test is gonna look like basically. Yeah, it's super inflated. The damage is very not real. Yeah, prepare to get bamboozled by these other YouTubers who have rented out these custom servers. But you guys know me. My builds, we don't do that stuff. Basically, if you want this to be default, just put it to 1, and that will give you the normal damage you deal, like in normal official servers. Like this. There it is. Normal damage. Alright, so you can change weapon damage, which is your gun's damage, melee damage like melee weapons that you slash with, status damage for like boom boom, elemental builds, and so on. Tactical item damage is like Molotov C4, Mr. Wish as well, I believe. Player HP multiplier, this will just increase your HP. So let's say your default HP is 1000. If you increase that to 10 times, that's going to be 10,000. It just basically multiplies your final number by whatever the multiplier is set here. Then we have 0 bullet consumption. This is really cool. If you want to like speedrun silos real quick for like some quick mods that you want to test a build with, this is good to turn on. Then we have normal enemy HP multiplier. So by default, everything is 1. In official servers is 1 as well. You cannot see that, but I already tested it myself. So if you want it to be the same as official servers, leave this as 1 and don't touch these things. However, if you want to make things super hard, you can set this to 10 and basically normal enemies will have super giga boosted HP for no freaking reason. And if you want them to be really easy to kill, this doesn't work on everything though. I believe on bosses it just doesn't work. I think as I increased it to 0.1, I increased it to 10, it was basically the same. So I don't know, it doesn't really work. But if you want everything to be super easy to kill, just put it to 0.1 on all of these. Then we have normal enemy movement speed, elite, alpha, boss, all of this. This is just basically all enemies. On slow, it's modified, but by default, everything should be on moderate, like this. That is default and untouched. This just makes mobs a little bit smarter and aggro you further away. And movement speed just makes them move faster, I guess. Also, this normal enemy damage multiplier, elite, and all of this. The HP multipliers makes the mobs tankier, while the damage multipliers makes the mobs do more damage to you. And then if you go to survival and building, here you can set no sanity loss. I personally like this to no because I want to get that damage increase from treacherous build or something like that, you know. That forces me to make my character insane so I can have the lost HP bar. I mean, if you're really playing for survival and playing custom servers like you normally play in official servers, then you can obviously leave all of this to, you know, it's not turned on. But since I'm using my custom servers for testing, I have these things modified. No energy loss is stamina. No hunger and thirst loss is food and water. So if you're annoying to drink, turn it to yes. No backpack loaded capacity. This makes your weight not affect you and your movement speed. Although this is kind of buggy. So it still works though. XP gain multiplier, you can set this to 99 or leave it as 1. 99 just makes you level up super fast. Initial territory count, if you want more territories, you can build either 1 or maximum 5 territories per person, which is really cool actually. I think this is going to be the best thing about the custom servers, that you can build up to 5 territories, and if there was like 10 people, that's 50 territories. I can't imagine how laggy that will be if you build so many territories and build like a big city or something. Consume materials when building. Obviously, if you have a creative server where you just build and do nothing else, make sure you turn this to yes, as it will not consume materials. You don't have to farm. It's like Minecraft creative server. Dev drop adjustments. If it's not a PvP server, why would you even have this on? Obviously, if you have a PvP server, you can turn this to all drops or normal drops. All drops just drop everything on dev, while normal drops just drop certain items, not even gear. Or I think gear is dropped as well, but just like 10% or 5% chance to make it dropped. I just made that number up, by the way. And then we have tech ability. So here, initial mimetic points is how many mimetic points you will start with, 500 or 0. Unlock all mimetic points will unlock everything, all blueprints. This is really cool. If you want to test a build and straight away have blueprints unlocked, you can set this to yes. Fully unlock initial cradle. It unlocks the cradle without needing to do the quest and unlocks all the cradle slots here. It does exactly what it says. No crafting costs. You can turn off crafting costs like on the benches when you craft things, so you don't need to farm materials for it. Instantly crafting skips the timer, so it crafts instantly. Item crafting multiplier. So like if you craft 1 hot dog, on 1 you'll get 1, but on 10 you will get 10 hot dogs. So if you crafted like 10 hot dogs, you would be getting 100. So yeah, that's pretty much it for these settings here for the server. And once you set everything up, you click save parameters here. Now on the bottom left here, there's close server. I highly don't recommend clicking this because this will basically like shut down the server and you will have to wait 10 hours or so for it to be shut down completely. And then there will be a new button appearing here, server reboot. You click reboot and then you can instantly hop in the server again. But to close the server, it just takes a while, man. So just don't click this button. I think it's bugged as well because there's a lot of bandwidth going on with these servers. We just need to wait for the new patch and maybe hopefully they will fix it. So let's enter our custom private server, guys. Since you're the only one in the server, the performance is extremely good. Like, I mean, just look at my FPS on the top right. I have 300 FPS. In some areas, it gets up to 400 to 500 FPS. So the server is just, it's just really smooth, you know. We all know how terrible the servers get when there's a lot of people in the server. So as you can see, if you click M, everything is unlocked and it all depends on your server settings. And if you click on the scenario details here, since you can set the phases to whatever you like. So if you like to start at first phase or fourth phase, it's all in the settings that you can find over here. Scenario start, Manibus. That would be first phase. Now you cannot change settings as you are in the server, but you can still see what settings everything is set at. You would have to exit game, click relogin, and set it again from over here, manage server. You don't have to close the server to apply the settings. You just need to change something and then you click save parameters. All right, so now if you are the server owner, you can click escape and by default you will have admin privileges, which over here on the bottom you can see server host privileges. Here you can spawn items like here. For example, I'm the only one in the server right now, so I can give items to myself. Let's say you want to give yourself a accessory or whatever without being able to loot the puzzles. You can just do that. And once you send it like that, you click your mail and it's going to be appearing in your mail like so. Now, of course, I have an alt account here that I can enter the server. And obviously I need a password for this. Let's enter the server. So now as I enter the server, we can add items to that account, as you can see. And let's say we want to add like storage batteries, all of this, electronic parts, engineering, plastic, gravel. You just click on it, select the amount you want, and then you click F. Basically, you can just click on it and click F fast. It just sends it instantly. And on the other account, you just go to mail, and as you can see, items sent by server host. It's already in your mailbox. Cool. Nice stuff. Now, to set an admin or give someone admin, click escape. Click custom server and click member management. Here you'll be able to see all the players that logged into the server and online players. This guy is online. That's my account right here, right? So here you want to click the key icon and click set as admin, confirm, and boom, now the person is an admin. Unfortunately, when you set them as an admin, I don't really know what they can do as an admin. Now, the server owner, which is the GM, the game master, or whatever you like to call it, let's just call me the server owner here. You can teleport on the map if you just double click anywhere. I highly advise to not do that in silos because you will be stuck in a loading screen forever and you'll be forced to literally reboot the server, which will take 10 hours or so. So don't do that. But yeah, that's a cool thing. Next up, you click escape and click here. We have level up. So you can set your own level to level 50 or so. You cannot set other players' levels though, unfortunately. You can also hold P to open PvP. And let's say you as an admin, I can click on his name and then click teleport. I can teleport to that guy's positioning. And there we go. Now, I need to turn instantly crafting back on because that account is level 1, so I need to level it up by like crafting whatever. As soon as you change that in the menu, as you can see, it is instantly updated, so I can just instantly craft whatever. So yeah, we're level 26 now. Cool, I can turn on PvP and we can attack each other. That's really cool. Now you can add each other to friends by basically clicking on the name and click add friends. Once you give permissions to each other like so, you can build in your own base and everything. Now there are hives as well. You just need to create a hive by clicking U in hive. And once you invite each other to the hive, you're now in the hive together. Now, of course, if you leave that hive, then you'll be able to kill each other once again, just like it is in the normal game. Now you can turn on invincibility over here, switch to invulnerability. And after that, you won't be able to really kill the player or shoot him or deal any damage. I think the devs also should add like a vanish mode or no clip mode for the admins. Let's say they want to monitor a cheater or something. Well, that would be super beneficial. Then there's an option to clear backpack. Please do not use this. This will literally wipe your whole inventory, including your mods. So just stay away from this button over here. Server-wide broadcast. This just shows whatever you type in the server. So if I click confirm, look at this on the other screen. A broadcast appears in the middle of the top screen. Very nice. So that's pretty much it for the server host privileges over here. Now you can also click on member management here, and there are a little bit more options you can click. There's a teleport option here, and there's also if you remove the admin of someone, and if you click this arrow here, you can delete their character, which will erase their character, which will remove their mods, everything. Whatever time they've spent in the server, it's gonna be gone. You would probably want to do that if you like ban a cheater or something. You wouldn't really want to use this. And remove from server here is banning someone for, let's say, 6 hours, 3 days, 5 days, or permanent ban. And you cannot reverse this. So if you ban someone permanently, basically it's GG's for them. They cannot ever come back to the server. So permanent ban is like, I don't know, that's like literally deleting a character at this point. I don't know why there's even a permanent ban. Unless you don't want them to create the character again in the server, then you would want to just permanent ban them and just don't delete the character. Because if you delete the character, they will be able to create that account there once again. Delete a character only if someone needs help or something. If they want to remake a character or something, that's what you might want to use this for. But permanent bans is for someone who you never want to come back again. Also, whenever you ban, make sure you uncheck this box here, because if you ban them for 6 hours and they come back, they will not have a character anymore. So just uncheck this box. Mods and everything else, though, you will still have to like grind mods. But I mean, since you complete a silo, you will get 10 times the mods from a silo. So if you rented out a custom server specifically just for testing builds, then what you can do is basically just go to the synthesis bench here, craft yourself unlimited amount of Mr. Wish rockets, and then claim them. If it's full like this, just delete the table. Everything will get sent to the mail. And yeah, you can speedrun silos like this with Mr. Wish. 400,000 damage, holy crap. So yeah, first you will have to unlock the silo. You can just double click here and you will get teleported to that silo. And yeah, I'm literally inside the rocks. So be careful when you do this or use this double click feature. You can also spawn like consumables and food buffs, and let's say you want to spawn activators, you can do that. Just send these to your friends or whatever if they need them, and they can have activators for healing up in silos, since they will not be able to turn on God mode like you can here. So yeah, now we are in a nightmare silo. The damage multiplier is set to 10, so everything is easy to kill. Obviously, I'm not gonna show this damage when I'm making build guides or something. I will show the default 1 damage multiplier. The custom servers, I'm basically gonna use them for just testing builds. as this custom servers will be perfect for that. Now, since we completed that silo, you can see everything is level 5 guaranteed. And we have the loot of the silo. Again, you get 10 crates if you set the multiplier to 10. If you set it to like 2, you'll get 2 loot crates only. So yeah, I keep it at 10 because I want to get the maximum rewards. For some reason, mods seem to be easier to obtain through mod conversion in the private server. I don't know why. Maybe they slightly modified the raids, but in official server, when I play, whenever I'm trying to like convert my mods, I basically get nothing. I just don't get that lucky as I do in the private server. Now, as for building multiple territories, you click B, and then you click the tilde icon. If you already have 5 territories built, you cannot build more. It will literally show you on the bottom middle screen. So to build multiple territories, that's all you have to do. And then you click Z. You can select which territory you want to move, either 1 or 2 or 3. It does show you the coordinates of the base. So you can basically type these coordinates in the chat if you're unsure which base it is. Let's say I want to move this territory 4. I would just have to copy the coordinates of it and make sure there's no space here, and it will give us the coordinates. So this base would be moved if I was clicking BZ. It's really cool though that you can build 5 territories. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some cool builds popping up in YouTube or something by other people. Well, that's it about the custom servers, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a really cool feature, and I'm kind of excited what else they will add. Let me know what you guys think below in the comment section. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.